Hi, I am Chavez Dickens, and this is another Toastmasters production. Today we will be talking about nonprofit organizations. Alright, let's get started. The nonprofit sector is the sum of private, voluntary, and nonprofit organizations and associations. It describes a set of organizations and activities next to the institutional complexes of government, state, or public sector, on the other hand, and the for-profit or business sector on the other. Sometimes referred to as the third sector, which government and its agencies of public administration being the first and the world of business or commerce being the second. It is a sector that has gained more prominence in recent years in the fields of welfare provision, education, community development, international relations, the environment, or arts and culture. Although we speak of nonprofit sector, which is just clearly defined borders with the public sector and the for-profit sector, and such distinctions are in reality quite blurred and fluid, organizations migrate from one sector to another. Hospitals change from public to nonprofit, or from nonprofit to for-profit status. Others contain both profit and nonprofit centers within them, corporate responsibility programs, or business run by nonprofit organizations. And others yet are quasi-government institutions located somewhere between the private and public realm. Like the Smithsonian Institution in Washington, D.C., or the BBC in the UK. Yet what many students of the nonprofit sector find as perplexing and fascinating is the sheer diversity of organizational forms, associations, and activities it encompasses. Here are some of current examples of the rich variety of institutions, of entities that make up four nonprofit sectors in the United States: museums, universities, research institutions, mental health organizations, and credit and savings. Those are just a few of the nonprofit organizations out of many. Okay, you want me to name a few of the name a few of the museums are like the Metropolitan Museum of Art in New York City, the Los Angeles County Museum of Art at the Getty Museum in Los Angeles, the Chicago Art Institute. Those are just a few. The universities are Harvard, Yale, Stanford, which have become multi-billion-dollar nonprofit corporations, to smaller local and regional colleges such as Scripps College, Humphreys College in California, Louisiana College, Sterling College in Kansas, and Rochester College in Michigan. Research institutions such as RAND corporations, the Nuclear Policy Research Institute in San Francisco, California, the Russell Sage Foundation, Chinese Medicine in New York, just to name a few. And yes, nonprofit is growing and it's becoming even better, even more useful in today's societies. Growing at the local level, the national level, the international level, and the global level. It is growing. Nonprofit organizations are now seen as part of the wider society and welfare system, wider civil society and welfare systems of modern societies, next to the institutional complexes of the state or public sector on the one hand, and the market of the world of business on the other. Nonprofit organizations form a third set of institutions that are private, voluntarily, and for-profit benefit. They thus combine a key feature of the public sector, serving public benefit, with the essential characteristics of the for-profit sector, its combined private and voluntary nature. Even though they have been recognized as distinct group or sector only in recent decades, Nonprofit organizations have long been an integral part of the social, economic, and political developments in many countries, be it in the development market economics of North America, Europe, Japan, or in the transition economies of Central and Eastern Europe, or in the developing countries of Africa, Asia, and Latin America. This set of institutions have become more central to policy debates in the most parts of the world. In particular, since the end of the Cold War, and to attempts to reform welfare systems, government budget priorities, and labor markets. Nonprofit organizations are the way to go. Thank you, and this has been another Toastmasters production. Have a great day.